College sports is in the midst of major upheaval. Today we learned that possibility that Texas and Oklahoma could leave the Big 12 for the FCC became a lot more real. These two schools released what amounts to a joint statement saying they're not going to renew their grant of media rights contract with the Big 12 at the end of their current deal, which ends in 2025. Here to tell us why this is a big deal and what it means for, well, you're going to fill in all the blanks here. You're going to predict exactly what's going to happen. We got our sports director, Keith Murphy. I'm writing checks he is not going to cash, I promise.
That's correct, because anybody who says right now that they know what's going to happen, they're lying. Yeah. A lot of speculation. Yeah. There are opinions and there are facts. But the reason this is a big deal is the two major powers in the Big 12 Conference, Texas, which is number 1 in revenue in sports, and Oklahoma, which is number 8. Those are the two biggest brands in the Big 12. They both say they are not in after 2025. And now we have posturing because Texas and Oklahoma, they do not plan to stick around and play Big 12 conference schedules for the next 4 years. Are you kidding? That'd be like telling everybody you're getting divorced and then staying married for 4 years. They don't want to do that. But the Big 12 has answered with a statement that says, we expect to have Texas and Oklahoma through 2025 and that they will honor their land of grant rights. That is also posturing. Sure. And what that means is if you try to get out before then, we expect the full $160 million, boom, which is the penalty for leaving. That's $80 million each. So now it's a staring contest. It's a standoff.
Yeah. I like when we can reduce it to these terms because that's basically all we have. Let's talk about what we do and don't know for sure. So all the speculation is these teams are going to the SEC. Why wouldn't they, right? To create this super conference. That has not been made official.
Has not been made official, but it's widely reported. It makes all the sense in the world. The television guru Don Allmeyer once said the answers to all your questions is money. And Texas and Oklahoma can make a great deal more money in the SEC than they're making in the Big 12. Now, you might think, how much more money do you need? I mean, Iowa State and the other schools, all of it apparently. Iowa State and all the other schools of the Big 12, they've already bent over backwards to appease Texas and to a lesser extent Oklahoma. In fact, 10 years ago, Jamie Pollard, Iowa State's athletics director, was paramount in keeping the Big 12 Conference together by keeping Texas in the fold because Texas and Oklahoma were considering going to the Pac-12. But Pollard played a big part in keeping them in the Big 12, which kept the Big 12 going. And Pollard convinced other athletic directors, like, whatever it takes, we have to have Texas, we have to have Oklahoma. He told us on our radio show 10 years ago, without Texas and Oklahoma, we're the Mountain West. Well, now you're losing Texas and Oklahoma, so what does Iowa State do?
Yeah, fans are terrified they're going to end up in the Mountain West. You have your finger on the pulse of fans like no other. They were calling into the radio show today, and all the way back until last week when this news was really starting to come out. What are you hearing? Are they of the mind that the sky is falling, or that, however it shakes out, Iowa State's probably going to be okay?
Iowa State is in better position than Iowa State has ever been.
True.
Pollard is a good leader for a moment like this, and the football program is by far better off than it's ever been. It's not even close. Everything from facilities to season ticket sales to revenues could not be better. But still, Iowa State does not have that national brand that some have when you're looking for a landing spot or a chair to sit in when the music stops. So Cyclone fans want to know what's next. And I think most hope that maybe there would be a spot in the Big 10 conference, and that would be pretty cool around here to have Iowa and Iowa State in the Big 10. But you have to ask yourself, in these super conference alignments, could the SEC add Texas and Oklahoma, and the Big 10's response would be like Iowa State and Kansas? That's not quite a equal counter move. But we don't know, and we're not going to have an idea real quick here because right now we have that standoff over the rights fee settlement of $160 million.
Which is
because the Big 12 is not going to break apart, then they wouldn't have to pay. They wouldn't have to take that money from Oklahoma and Texas. So they have to be careful with what they say and do.
Really quickly, we got to take a break. The reaction from Hawkeye fans to the idea of Iowa State joining the Big 10.
I think most think it would be kind of cool, and I think the smart Hawkeye fans aren't having too much schadenfreude here right now, because you have to be careful about having any glee about this, because Iowa's not Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, or Notre Dame either. I mean, you're a couple teams away from leaving. What if the SEC, in addition to talking to Texas and Oklahoma, we don't know that they're not also talking to Ohio State and Michigan? What if they join with this SEC Super Conference? Well, then the Big Ten starts wobbling. So be careful what you wish for. I think overall, though, Dan, the biggest thing I take away from today, this is terrible for college football. I don't see this as good at all, but this happens when you don't have a commissioner or any central leadership whatsoever. Becomes each man for himself, and that's usually not a positive.
Best way to sum it up here at the end. Thank you so much, Keith. Ed's full forecast right after this.